This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Dark Souls for the PS3. In the last episode, we defeated Ornstein and Smo and got the Lordvessel from the lovely, amazing chest, as it were, Princess Guinevere, and she bade us take the Lordvessel, give it to King Singer Frampt, and start our journey to towards, well, finishing this game. But I decided I didn't want to completely do what King Seeker Frampt said, at least at the moment. I was able to trick him by following the line of dialogue, then homeward bound, boning it out. So I boned it out, and well, now I'm still in good with King Frampt, but I want to show you the chance to meet another character. But we'll get to that at some point, because there's a lot of little things I haven't taken care of, and now with the ability to warp, we want to explore places I didn't want to because it would have taken me a while to get out. So, first of all, I'm going to take care of some minor business that I've basically put off for so long for really no reason other than I just didn't want to do it at the time. So, first things first, let's join the Sunlight Covenant, shall we? We haven't done that. We could have done that a long time ago. We go to the Sunlight Altar. That's the bonfire right behind that red dragon, which is easily missable for those who just don't want to mess with the red dragon. And the sad thing is, if I had healed properly when I got past the dragon the first time, I wouldn't have suffered like one of my first deaths in the game, and I was kind of disappointed in myself. But the Covenant can be joined. I think you either have to have a faith of 20 or 25, if I remember correctly. And but if you, no, I think it's 20. But if you help people online, you can, or maybe it's 15. I always forget that little thing. But basically, if you help people online, it lowers the requirement for faith. So for low faith builds, you can still join at low levels if you help people online. But anyway, if we go here after defeating Ornstein and Smo, we can run to Solaire again. Hey, bud. Hey, son, bro.
Oh, hello there. I'm glad to see you alive. You have done well. Indeed you have. You've a strong arm, strong faith, and most importantly, a strong heart. I am in awe, really. Yes, yes. What do you think? Why not join me as a warrior of the sun? Righteous knights, guardians of all that is good, in the name of the Lord of Sunlight. Only if it would please you, of course. Well,
you've done nothing but help me this whole time. I expect the game almost expects you to come here at this point because maybe they expect you've gotten powerful enough and remembered about the dragon and maybe trying to defeat it, or at least be able to survive getting past it at this level. But anyway, yeah, let's join him. He's been nothing but helpful throughout the whole game, so why not?
Oh, magnificent. I knew you would fancy it. Then join the Covenant. Here, stay still for a moment.
Alright. Let's do it. Off screen, I got myself out of the Princess Guinevere, or Princess Sunlight Covenant, which doesn't really get you anything anyway. It doesn't. You can't use two miracles if you're not a part of it, but they're not that big of a deal. But anyway, for joining the Covenant, the Sun Warriors, or I forgot the official title, we get the Lightning Spear. Before it was nerfed, it was one of the best spells in the game when the game first came out. Same in the second game, but we won't talk about that. But anyway, yeah, we get that.
And there we are. Now, just say a prayer at the altar of sunlight, right there. Then you shall know the brilliance of our sun.
Alright, now, joining this covenant...
oh, hello there.
Let me talk to Solaire again.
Exhilarating, is it not? The power of the sun. I am blessed to have found such a brave companion.
Such a jolly fellow. I hope nothing bad happens to him.
Oh, hello there.
Okay, that's pretty much it. Now, if you aren't a part of the Sunlight Warriors, you lose the ability to use the Sunlight Spear. So this Covenant's good for Faith casters if you want to have kind of like a bit of a, as well as doing your healing, you have a bit of I mean, Lightning Spear still is a good spell. It's not as powerful as it used to be. That's all. But we're already part of the Covenant. Now, if you want to get the max use out of the Covenant, you need 10 Sunlight Medals, which you get from either summoning Solaire during fights, or if you summon other players that have that Sunlight Medal, or if you get summoned yourself while in Altar of Sunlight. There's also, if you don't have any online, there's a creature we have yet to run across that also drops sunlight metals. Like I said, the only covenant that can't be upgraded offline is that cat covenant one. The rest of them you can find items from drops throughout the game. But anyway, we've got 10 sunlight metals, so I want you to show you the spell we get for offering 10 sunlight metals. So we're gonna get that. Take just a second. Yay. Alright. We just do that 10 more times. Actually, maybe I should have cut it off screen, showing me altering all those. So, you know what? I'll just cut it. It'll only take like a minute, but I'll cut it to when I've done the 10th medal. So I'll see you in a second. Alright, and for hitting rank 1 of the Sunlight Warriors, we get the Miracle Great Lightning Spear, and a much improvement over the previous spell. You don't get as many uses of that, but that's a really good spell as well for faith builds. Now, if you ever quit the Covenant, you're still rank 1, but how much sunlight metals you've given to the Covenant is dropped by half. So I've given 10 sunlight metals already, so if I ever quit the Covenant, it drops down to 5, and I lose the use of the Lightning Spear and the Great Lightning Spear. Now, there is one more thing we can get from this Covenant. Unfortunately, we won't get access to that till New Game Plus. So for those who are looking to get the Faith achievement, the achievement for getting, or trophy for getting all the Faith spells, you basically have to get to this point in New Game Plus. If I ever get to the end of the game, oh wait, well, I will get to the end of the game, but I'll tell you what that is, because I don't want to spoil anything, even though it might be pretty obvious. But anyway, I'm going to head towards my next destination. What I'm going to do off screen is I'm going to go to Oswald, clear this Covenant, and then I'm going to meet you at the Chaos lady in the underground, and we'll head towards our next location. So I'll see you all in a moment. Alright, welcome back, folks. We're back here at the Chaos lady as well. I don't want to join her Covenant right here. I just wanted to kind of mention that this is my starting point. Now, for her Covenant, if you want to get the max use out of her Covenant, you'll need 30 humanity to max her out completely. So kind of keep that in mind. And you've noticed how the lady doesn't talk at all? How she's like kind of, there's a question mark behind her? Well, there's actually a way to understand and talk to her. I'll tell you how to do that when I actually have to mess with this part of the game, which, as you've noticed here, that there's a whole, like, kind of section here that we could have gone to, and we will need to go that way eventually, but not quite yet. But, well, I know I could cut further, but basically I want to explore through the Light Town again, because there's a few minor things have changed, and there will be another change later on, but unfortunately I haven't really increased that storyline yet, or done anything with specific characters yet, but I'll show that when it becomes important later on down the line. So, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of run and pass through everything as I get through towards the first thing I want to show you. Like I said, I could cut it, but I think in this case it's probably better that I show you. And oh, good, the frame rate once again. My God, the frame rate. Sometimes it's not as bad, but you know, we're just gonna be kind of just blazing our way through this and just running past everyone. Yeah, I'm just gonna accept the poison. I got plenty of heals. I can cure the poison whenever I want to. You know, I got 10 Estus Flash, so good to go. We're just gonna keep running, kind of avoid those boulder dudes. So I should be fine. I got plenty of life, and the poison isn't as bad as toxin. Toxin's the worst. That's the thing I have to worry about. Well, and mosquitoes they can't hit. What a wondrous day, Kaloo-Kalay. Anyway, let's keep going. Now, if everything's been done correctly, we should run across someone that we're being familiar with throughout this whole journey. Oh, off in the distance, I see a man. Let me go ahead and cure my poison. I think I'm still being chased by mosquitoes, so it should be fine, but... What, that rotund armor? Why, yes, it is, well, I'm probably gonna get poisoned again, and that's gonna poison me. Yeah, whatever, fine. I'll just suck it. Alright, anyway, it's Sigmire again, I think. Yes, why, yes, it is. Wait, are there any mosquitoes nearby, or creatures? I better kill these things before because I don't want Sigmire to accidentally get killed. or get attacked and then be blamed for it. You never know. I just want to get everyone dead and dead and done. Is that it? There's probably mosquitoes coming our way. That's the only thing I really find annoying about this place is the I know where to go if I need to buy more poison things. There's that one lady in that one. Oh yeah, I upgraded my crossbow and bought like a ton of arrows. So I won't run out for a really long time. Let's see that again. Hey Sigmar, buddy, what's up? Sigmar, you alright? Buddy.
Oh ho! Excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. You see, I'm actually in a bit of a fix. I've made it this far, but I'm short on antidote moss for the trip back. By my knighthood, I'm ashamed to ask, but can you spare a few scraps of moss?
Well, you've helped me, but well, okay, you haven't helped me before, but you've always been nice about it. Sure, here's some moss clump for you.
Fantastic. Thank you. A saint you are. This Knight of Katarina expresses his deepest gratitude. I shall not forget this. Please, take this, a symbol of my appreciation.
By the way, you need three purple moss clumps to give to him, otherwise you won't have enough.
Well, our fates do seem entwined, don't they? Perhaps this, too, is the will of Lord Gwyn.
So now we pretty much got the whole set. We bought his armor from that one dude, and we got a shield. The only thing we're missing is a sword, which I think it's a generic buy from like I think I might already have it actually. It's the Zvibinder or whatever. But
poison swamp, like quicksand in there.
Yeah, it's a dangerous place indeed. Any other suggestions for anybody? Nope. All right. Well, good luck down here. Hope to see you again one of these days. Hopefully it's not in a bad spot. See you later, Sigmar. Here to adventures. Anyway, remember that one place a long time ago I decided to skip for obvious... Well, it may have not been obvious at the time, but basically I didn't want to go through it until I had access to warping, so that way I didn't have to climb all the way out of this place. So, yep, that's right. We are going to tackle the ancient tree, finally, after all this time. One of the best kept secrets of Dark Souls for the longest time, hidden behind two illusionary walls. Can you believe? Or sorry, the Great Hollow. But yeah, I mean, who would have thought? Sorry, excuse me. Who would have thought that a game would hide a hidden level behind two illusionary walls? I mean, I wouldn't have thought of that. I mean, I wonder how someone came across that. Were they just kind of dicking around and then just hit the wall behind the chest and just, you know, they're like, what the, you know, I mean, or maybe someone code broke the game or something like that to figure it out or whatever. But the Great Hollow, it's a bit different from other levels. It's almost, I wouldn't say it's quite a platforming nightmare as other places in the game, but yeah, we gotta go down this big old tree down here. So, as in terms of hidden items, I don't think there's a ton of them, but there are a ton of crystal lizards here, strangely enough, which are easy to miss because most of them get away from you before you can even kill them. So unfortunately, that's like, see over there, one of the crystal lizards is trying to disappear. There are ways to get to it, but yeah, this is one of those places, if you want to get every single crystal lizard, you're going to be here for quite a while messing with it because of them just kind of disappearing on you. So there's also a couple of like minor treasures you can get from dropping. There's one here, which I think I can... I'm trying to remember where to exactly drop it, but there is I believe it's a ring, if I remember correctly. If we drop down here, you have to be pretty careful because you might accidentally drop like too far, you know, and then because there's a hole right there if you notice, and if you drop at the wrong time, you might accidentally like fall through the hole and kill yourself. So think about that as well. So that's why I call this a platforming nightmare, because you know this game isn't meant for platforming. So let's see. I'm trying to think of the best way to get down there. I know there is, because the straight drop is not the best way to do it. Might keep exploring and then try to, because there are ways to get back up to the top a little bit quicker. I think there's like a hidden, like, what's the word? Just have to be careful not to fall in that hole. Alright, here we go. And, dang it! I fell down the hole. Poo. Alright. Me up, please. Thank you. See, I didn't take too much damage there, but, now let's try it again. Maybe if I jump near closer to the front, I can, get to that hole. I'm talking about holes, am I right? But yeah, there's quite a few, like, random little treasures in there. Nothing that's, like, super huge that you, like, gotta get, you know? Maybe if I drop... I have to be careful about how far I drop to. Did I drop right there, maybe? There we go. Nice. And luckily I had enough healing that I could survive the hit. Alright. And we get the Corinthi ring. This is basically, if you don't want to use the crash shield or grass shield or whatever that I'm wearing right now, this is the replacement for it. Okay. Anyway, we want to drop for now because the spot up here is not really worth jumping to. I think that's just another way down. But anyway, let's keep going down the normal way after. But anyway, the Corinthi ring is basically a ring that improves your stamina regeneration. So if you don't want to have the shield anymore, that's it. Okay, where do I want to drop? I could drop down there and get that. Oh, careful, careful. Gotta be wary, my friend. One slip, one slippity slop, and you'll be done for. There's also basilisks down here as well, so be careful if you don't have a high curse resistance, like with a ton of humanity. Otherwise, you might end up getting stoned. But like I said, luckily I have over 10 humanity, so that means I have a higher resistance to immediate cursing. So I still have to worry, but it's not as bad. I forgot what these guys drop. I don't think these guys drop the graveyard eyes. I know their cousins in the sewers do, but I don't think these guys do, if I remember correctly. So there's still that item up there. Yeah, the problem with trying to collect every single item in this place is there's a really, I mean, look at that. As soon as you drop once, you're done for in this place. You'll die and you'll have to do it all over again. One good method to do is just go through the level, get to the bottom, and then just teleport to the top and try to mess with it from there. Alright. Let's see, where to drop next? I think this is the way I need to go. Most likely. And most of the items you get aren't really that big of a deal either. It's not like, oh, I gotta have this item. Like, when you drop, most of them are either souls or something like that. The only really one worth getting is a Corinthi ring. Or Cloranthi, however you pronounce it. Because of that stamina thing, if you just don't want to use the shield anymore. But it's kind of a tough decision because a lot of people like using the shield here because even if you don't use shields, you can still have it on your back or something like that while you get the stamina regen. Or if stamina regen is not your big thing. I mean, there are plenty of builds that don't really need it. Like faith builds really don't require it as much as maybe strength or dex builds. So keep going down. So you just take note that I've missed 3 random little items on my way down here. But like I said, I want to kind of make it to the bottom first because there is a bottom to this place, and I want to make sure I have. And here's another item. There's actually one item that's like really, really hard to get. It almost is based off just precision jumping, and missing it I don't think instantly kills you, but it's just annoying to get. It's not even worth it, you know. I killed that guy. Boom, you're dead, son. Yeah, I kind of want to get to the bottom because there is spoilers. There's a bonfire at the bottom. So, luckily for these guys don't. I'm kind of glad they did have creatures that actually. Well, I guess they do drop eyes of death. Sorry, I was wrong. But I'm kind of glad they don't have combat creatures in here because that'd be kind of a stink to mess with the, you know, having to drop down platform style and then There is a ladder to get down here, but I'm going to see if I can actually get this item. Alright, and that's not the item Yeah, Blue Titanite chunk is nice. It can be dropped by some creatures, but yeah, I think most of the items dropped here are like chunks and stuff like that. I don't think they're actually like, other than that one ring I got. Oh, there's a fellow player who got killed by the cursing. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, there's the ladder to get up there if you need to get back. Oop. You. Maybe I should have equipped a... Oh man, that's nice. I only need a couple more to get the max rank in the Gravelord Servant Covenant. Well, let's keep going down. Yeah, I think most of the drops here are either like bonus souls to crush for souls, or chunks. Oh, this is one of the more nastier ones to get right here. You have to drop down from the top, and there's a good chance you'll slip because of the weird like not mechanics, like not clipping, whatever. Like when the game tells you like where you're supposed to be able to stand, like it is easy to just fall off that and then go right down to the bottom. I think they maybe should have tested some of the spots for platforming in this area a bit more before releasing it, but I heard Dark Souls was actually kind of rushed. Like that's why there's so much cut content in this game. Like if you go online, you can find like a lot of content that's not there anymore. But anyway, we've got mushrooms in here as well. It's not a surprise because of well, there's mushrooms here. Yeah, these guys are a little annoying. Not too nasty though. Where's that one item? I saw an item around here somewhere. I wanted to see where I needed to drop, or not drop, but at least collect it. Where is it? I just saw it. I'm not trying to run away from the... Oh, there it is. Okay, so that is that way. Okay, you're easy though. So I fought you in the near the forest hunters. Okay, if I drop, can I get to it if I just drop down there? Maybe. Well, let's see. You can get. By the way, you can get down from just like there is a clear. Ah, dang it! Did that kill me? It killed me. Well, I told you that there's chances to fall down there and die. So, oh well. Well, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go back and get my items and my souls back and everything like that, and I'm gonna show you the bottom because I was actually really close to the bottom, and you know what? I should have gone to the bonfire there, but as an idiot, I decided to take jumping risks. So I'm gonna see you down at the bottom, or at least where I was before I dropped. So I'll see you all in a moment. All right, I'm back here where I fell before, or tried to get that in like a moron, but. I had to be very careful because I completely forgot that without my 33 humanity, my curse rate resistance is actually pretty low, and I was like, whoops, almost got cursed a couple of times. Because your curse rating without the 10 plus souls, like, is really low. Like it's really easy to get cursed. So I almost forgot about that because I'm so used to playing this game with my I feel bad for killing them because they make kind of like a screech of sorts when they die, but. Well, yeah, there's that item. I'll get it eventually. I want to get down to the bottom first to show you what's at the bottom. Yeah, let's get rid of these mushroom dudes before we keep going on. And some of the bigger cousins are down there, the ones that can almost kill you in one punch if you're not careful. I think that's it. Yeah. Excellent. Oh, well, you followed me from below, or from up top, I mean. So, but I've got my souls back, so. I don't have to worry so much about you anymore. Alright. Gotta wait for these guys to come up. Come on up. Moving on up. Anyway. Yeah, be careful. These guys punch. Like if you're like a glass cannon build or something like that, one punch may kill you. Like that's how badly they hit. I mean technically you could just drop down to the bottom if you don't want to mess with them and go out the door. Whoa! No, not even using my shields. I have to be careful about. I'm trying to remember if they're actually weak. I think they're effective. Magic's effective against them, if I remember correctly. I think. Yeah, luckily, the great thing about halberds or spear-like things is the ability to reach, so you can possibly hit multiple targets at once. Excellent. You are dead, son. Well, I guess I can't say much because of dying to accidental fall damage. You know. Oh well. Ugh. Well, there's got to be a chance I was gonna get punched. So. Why does the mushroom guy kind of remind me of like a Bronx like bodyguard, or not a bodyguard, like a bouncer or something that's like, hey, get over here, I'm gonna punch you, see? I know that's not how all people from the Bronx sound, it's just, you know, kind of makes a reference to that. Anyway, yep, that's it, the Great Hollow. We found the bottom to it, so let's see if we can find our way out. Oh, here we go. And if you survive all the way to the Great Hollow or find it, you find a fog wall, which is nothing. It just opens in the next area. And my friends, we come to, wait for it, the I thought it was Ashen Lake. Sorry, Ash Lake. Ah, yes, another one of the hidden secrets of Dark Souls for years till you know, people just searched around as much as they could and probably data mined the game to find out this location for all we know, but or perhaps the people who created Dark Souls put it out and, whoa, holy crap, another Hydra. Is it more powerful than the one from the lake? Yes, yes it is. But we don't want to activate that just yet. We want to get this bonfire. I don't think this is a teleportable bonfire. There actually is one up ahead, and that's actually before I finish the episode. I actually want to activate that bonfire. Now, you don't have to fight the Hydra here if you want to. He's like a mini-boss, kind of like the one in the lake. Like, you could avoid him, but the bad thing is that if you decide not to fight him here, he will chase you until you get to that tree over there. Like, he will jump from here to over there to keep fighting you, so probably the best thing to do is if you were able to handle him before, probably want to do it again, you know, so oh boy. Alright, well actually let's rest for a second because I didn't actually do that, and I want to restore my humanity just because I can. Actually, I'm trying to think how much time I've got left. I had to cut quite a bit out in this episode because of time and doing all those little things, so I think I've still got enough time to fight him actually, so actually I want to kindle the bonfire so I have enough healing for to fight him. Or at least kindle as far as I can. I have to get the right of kindling before I can go up to 20. Which is the, if I remember, I think that's the highest you can go. Alright, well, let's see if we can tackle the Hydra once again. Like before, you want to make sure to get really up close to him, otherwise he'll just keep spitting water at you, and that does like a ton of damage. I remember when I first fought this guy, well, just any of the Hydras, it was so intimidating. I was so afraid to, like, run up and attack him because I'm like, oh god, he's going to kill me. But I found out that he's pretty tame if you actually get up close to him, you know. Just wait for him to shoot out his heads. Yeah, be careful. Like I said, his heads are dangerous. But keep defending. Yeah, I have to be careful because of I have to kind of move around a bit to make sure I don't all his heads at once. Okay, good. I was able to. Okay. Yeah, just kind of slow and steady. Slow and steady. Come on. Keep the body just close enough, and you. There's really, unfortunately, in this one, you're a bit out of water in this one because of because in the previous area there was a couple of rock formations that would allow you to basically kind of survive the smash of like the Hydra and everything, but in this place there's really nothing. Well, there sort of is, but it's a bit more dangerous for you non-armor types. There you go. Just got to keep working at it. I mean, I could arrow range him. My crossbow's actually pretty strong right now, so, but oh, come on! Ugh. That's annoying, especially when you miss heads. Luckily, after getting rid of a couple of them already, I don't. It's getting rid of them. I'm not as afraid of taking like a ton of damage. Ugh! I keep missing. I almost want to just start crossbowing him just to. This is really annoying. Like, that's probably the most annoying thing about this boss fight, really. It's just kind of waiting for the head step here and getting a good chance to strike at him. Oh, come on! Okay, maybe I need to back up a bit so I get a decent spot. I basically have to remember where some of the heads go so I can at least start... Oh, come on, let me get it. There we go, I got at least a couple of hits on him. Alright, come on out, heads. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Are you kidding me? The hit detection on these heads is terrible, by the way. You just can't tell. Right, come on, buddy. Alright, that's it. At least I'm doing damage with this crossbow. There we go. Got one. At least I hit it. At least I hit one of the heads. Yeah, if you're not ranged, this is kind of annoying when you think about it. Did I get one? Nope, not quite. Did quite a bit of damage though. He might almost be out actually. He's taking quite a bit of damage, so. Okay, so maybe this episode might run a little long, even with all the cuts because of this Hydra. Let's stick his heads out more frequently. Thank you. Got a few hits on him. Whoa! Whew. Lucky me. Got just close enough in to. Actually, if I keep missing his heads, I just keep raising. Where's the head? Come on! Ah, you bastard. I'm just gonna range you, dude, until you get to a decent spot. At least I hit it. Now let's pick at him some more. I feel no remorse in killing him with range if the heads aren't going to come to me. You know what I mean? Goodbye, Hydra. Weren't all that bad. I mean, even if you're not a tank build and you're worried about getting hit by his heads, like I said, if you get close enough, you can get under his heads. You know, range him with magic or something. Anyway, for killing him, we get 2 dragon scales. Nice. Which is apropos for what we come across eventually. But before we finish it off, I want to grab this item before that. And probably what I'm going to do off screen, I'm probably going to record myself getting those other items like in a kind of a snippet reel. Ooh, another dragon scale. Nice. Well, I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling. I may double check and see what those items actually are. If they're not important, I may just completely skip it. But oh well, we'll see how I feel next time. So anyway, with the Hydra defeated, our warrior-esque Boudica continues on through the Ashen Lake. What will she find there? Will she find some horrifying monstrosity that has been hidden away from the world underneath this Ashen Lake? Or will she find something just as majestic as herself? Find out next time on the next episode of Dark Souls. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. And don't go hollow now, you hear?